My daughters, who are 8 and 10, started to cry in San Jose at another pat-down, crying. Their mother was being humiliated and felt all over in a crowded airport. And I said to them, don't worry, the Americans just like giving Muslim women free massages. Alhamdulillah, it's a good thing. Thank you very much, America, for all of my free public massages, courtesy of your Homeland Security. But it's not funny, you know, seeing an 8-year-old crying in fear and not understanding what's being done to her mother. But these sorts of lies that you're reading and that are being written about us, they don't stop. In Britain, there have been stories in the mainstream press about Muslim doctors spreading disease because they refuse to wash their hands. Allahu Akbar, it's true. Here's a basic lesson in Islam 101. We wash our hands up to our elbows at least 5 times a day to pray. But still these things appear in the newspaper. Another newspaper said, Christmas has been banned by Muslims who find Christmas offensive. Does anybody here want to ban Christmas in Switzerland? I want to hear that louder. Does anyone want to ban Christmas in Switzerland here? No. It's your faith. To you, yours. To us, ours. But at the same time, we do not want you to patronize us or look at us aggressively when we've done you no harm. And I'll tell you what, brothers and sisters and friends, I do not want to be tolerated anywhere I go. Tolerance, you tolerate something that smells. There's a bad smell, but I'll tolerate it. You tolerate a headache. I can get through my day, but I think I can tolerate the headache. We Muslims are not a smell, and we're not a headache. We're good people, and we want you to know us. So we want equality. And we don't even ask for your friendship, but we offer friendship to you. And here in Switzerland, the newspapers carry reports like this. I was looking through the newspaper reports today. Some young Swiss converts to Islam are a potential threat to the country's security, according to the head of the Migration Office. Allard Dubois-Raymond was speaking about the Central Islamic Council, founded by young converts in the western town of Biel. The group strongly denies his assertion. Dubois-Raymond told the German-language newspaper that such converts include people who want a radically different society, and pointed to examples in Britain and Germany where such demands had provided fertile ground for potential terrorists. This is your newspapers. This is happening today. The earlier speaker is being branded a terrorist. We, for being here, branded terrorists or intolerant. And today, this from the local, a British language newspaper, here in Switzerland, about this conference. The Bern-based ICCS was founded by young Swiss converts to Islam shortly before the political initiative to ban minarets. Some, in the Swiss media, have labelled its president, Nicolas Blanco, the Bin Laden of Biel. Now you see, if you have a look at this, it's very clever. Because they haven't said, we're calling him Bin Laden. They've said, they're calling him Bin Laden, but they're repeating it. Do they think we're stupid? We know what you're doing. Is this Islamophobia? Well, I believe it is. When I converted to Islam a year ago, the reaction in Britain really reveals a lot about Islamophobia in Europe. Commentators mocked me. That's normal. I was either mocked or patronized. But I want to ask you this. What other religion draws such mockery when someone finds their way to it? When Julia Roberts converted to Hinduism, were we told to mock her or that she had lost her mind? When Richard Gere found Buddhism, people became interested in Buddhism and were encouraged to look at it. The media fawned, wonderful, spiritual Richard Gere. But listen to what they said in Britain when I converted to Islam. What sort of woman freely converts to a religion which supports the oppression, torment and murder of thousands of Christians, homosexuals and spirited women worldwide every year? The sort of woman who writes love letters to a serial killer. I do not write letters to serial killers. I find that offensive. They've described an entire religion as a serial killer, and this was in a moderate newspapers. And when I tried to get lawyers involved, this will make you laugh. I tried to get lawyers involved to say they're defaming me. This is, a big slur. They said, now you're Muslim, they can say what they like. That was basically it. Muslim groups complained to the newspaper, and the newspaper didn't even respond to their letter. So, I want to conclude by saying this. The biggest threat to our world today isn't the mad phrase Islamism. It's not Islamic terrorism. It's not Islamic radicals or extremists. It's this. It's state-sponsored terrorism on civilians. And mostly brothers and sisters on Muslim civilians. This is Islamophobia at state level, and we are suffering it. I just got back from Morocco, where the sisters there have husbands serving 10 to 35 years for nothing. The oppression of Islam happens everywhere. And we ask the good people of Switzerland, please do not sleepwalk into a situation where we lose our husbands to policies you don't approve of. Don't let our children grow up without fathers. Don't look at us in the street like we're criminals. We are your brothers and sisters in humanity, and inshallah we will all progress together. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wir danken auch Lauren Booth für diese eindrücklichen Worte. Meine Damen und Herren, erste Schätzungen sagen, die Besucherzahl beläuft sich auf 3000 Besucher. Das ist doch was.